Welcome to the Robinson Replay. Another week of incredible picks. We have football. We have the World Series coming up. Basketball just started. This is not going to be a basketball episode. I think we need a fully dedicated basketball episode for that one.
That one's going out to Dan Briggs. We're going to have him as hopefully our special NBA guest.
Shout out Dan.
He knows the NBA. So Dan, put that on the books for next week, possibly.
Yep, we got four college football picks as well. But yeah, excited to get into basketball. Probably next week. A little season breakdown. First games starting yesterday and today. So real excited for that.
Except one thing. My boy Cooper Flagg for the Dallas Mavericks is going to be their starting point guard. 6'9", coming down the court. I'm liking it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a little tidbit of information that most people wouldn't know.
Little sneak peek there.
Yep.
Well, first, we do have a World Series set in stone here. We have Game 1 on Friday. We have the Dodgers and Toronto. Toronto pulled it off against Seattle.
Look at that 3-run homer in the bottom of the 8th to take the lead and propel them into the World Series.
Who you got in the World Series then here?
Yeah, well, listen, the Toronto made it, but if the Dodgers don't win, it would be unbelievable because right now with the pitching, the hitting, they're healthy. They look unbeatable right now. They really do. I mean, they just swept Milwaukee, and Shonan Ohtani is just amazing. I mean, he's pitching, striking out 10 batters, and hitting 3 homers in one game. That's
I mean, people are saying
amazing.
It's the greatest baseball performance of all time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, it's just insane. It's like the GOAT status for Shohei is already there, and he's still so young. It's just insane.
Yeah, so that's wonderful for him, but not a big Dodgers fan. But then again, I don't want the Canadians to win either, so I'm going to go LA. So we'll go with the team from America.
Yep, I'm going with the Dodgers as well for sure.
Yeah.
They're stacked, loaded.
All
right.
Yep.
Next here we have college football. This was last week, our 5 picks that we had there. So you can see all the green check marks, teams that won there. Let's see.
All the home teams won. All the home teams won last week there. Yeah. Yeah, all the home teams. I did not pick all the home teams, so I did not win them all. So I was 3-2 last week. What were you, Luke?
I picked Ole Miss, so I got that wrong. I got Alabama right. I got USC wrong. And then Utah, BYU, I got that wrong as well. So, yeah.
2 and 3 week for you? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, well.
It is what it is. But we are in the midst here of some playoff conversation for college football, gearing down to the end. It's crazy. It's that time of year where you got to start looking at the rankings are really important now. Only a few weeks left. What do you think at the top 25 here?
Well, when you look at it, you got 3 teams from the Big Ten in the top 6. So 3 out of the 6 teams, and then also you have 3 teams from the SEC in the top 6. So obviously, we know basically where the best teams are. Miami really pooped on their leg last week. They looked terrible. Their quarterback threw 4 picks. His Heisman chances are now completely over. Oh yeah, it's
4.
Was that?
I said 4.
Yeah, 4. And actually, when you look at this, the SEC has 5 teams in the top 10. So yeah, you can see definitely where this is going with the
SEC and Big Ten heavy.
SEC and Big Ten heavy, and that's probably what it's going to be heavy for the playoffs. You know.
Yep. Got my Cincinnati Bearcats up there at number 21. Just moved up a little bit. There we go.
Amazing.
Yeah, they got a big game against Baylor at home at Nippert this coming week. I actually was this past weekend last minute trip down to Lexington. I saw Texas play Kentucky. That was a whole lot of fun. Overtime game. Kentucky really should have won that one. It's Texas, man. I mean, Arch Manning just misses these wide open throws. I was telling you, Dad, about this after the game. I was like,
Yeah.
something is just off.
Something's
I
off
don't
his
know.
mechanics, or he's mentally something's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he taught like his throw, he forces the ball into the ground, and he just doesn't look comfortable at all. I don't know if it's he's just young, or I'm not sure, but he doesn't look right. So he most definitely, I would say, would come back for another year
Oh
next year,
yeah, he
because
has to. Yeah.
his stock is plummeted
Yeah. Which
for the
which
draft.
I think next year he really could come into his own, and he could throw when he's on, he's on, but when he's off, it's way off. And so I think coming back next year improve the draft stock to go into a
Yeah.
different quarterback class as well. So, but yeah, OSU, Indiana at the top.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then they won't play each other unless they both win out, and they would play each other in the Big Ten championship.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be really interesting. And obviously, the other teams win out, probably be Texas A&M and Alabama if they'd win out
Mm-hmm.
in the SEC championship. So I mean, but there's a lot of game left to be played. A lot of things
Yeah.
could happen yet.
Mm.
Luke, who's number 20 there? I can't really make out that logo.
20 is LSU.
LSU.
LSU. Yep.
And what about number
The tag
24? Is that
tag
Arizona
is
State?
24 is Arizona State. Yep.
Okay. Mm.
Yep.
All right.
All right, let's go to our picks for this week in college football then. We have 4 games, not a ton going on this week, but do have some ranked matchups here. We have number 8 Ole Miss at number 13 Oklahoma at Memorial Stadium in Norman, Oklahoma. Oklahoma is the favorite by 4.5 points. Who you got?
I'm going to go with Ole Miss on a rebound here. I know they lost last week. They got 2 tough road games, playing Georgia last week, Oklahoma this week.
Mm-hmm.
I know Oklahoma won last week, but I just think Ole Miss is going to have a bounce back, and I'm going to go with Ole Miss.
I agree. I think Ole Miss will bounce back in this one. I think a huge differentiator between these two teams is Ole Miss can really score the touchdown when they're score the ball when they're in the red zone.
Mhm.
They have scored 32 total touchdowns this season, while Oklahoma has only scored 23 for the whole season. If Ole Miss gets down the end zone, they're going to score, and they have more possessions. I think that's a dub for them. So, but Oklahoma is the favorite here. So we could be majorly wrong. Who knows here?
I think it's just because it's in Norman.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that would be my guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, to see. Next game is number 15 Missouri at number 10 Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is the favorite by 2.5 there in Nashville, Tennessee at First Bank Stadium.
And this is just the opposite. Vanderbilt's going to be home back-to-back games here, playing ranked opponents, and they are just smoking hot right now. Their quarterback is unconscious. He makes all the plays. He runs. He's a leader. He passes. He's really, really good. So I'm going to go with the Vandy Belts, and I think they're going to beat Missouri.
Yeah, like you said, Pavia, really team leader. He's the team leader, and not obviously passing, team leader in rushing as well. He has 77 carries this season for 438 yards. He has far more yards and carries than his running backs, all of them combined. Insane. With that being said, I'm going Vanderbilt at home in this one.
I agree.
Next one is number 4 Alabama at South Carolina at Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. Alabama's a pretty big favorite at 11.5 in this one.
By the way, I see all these are SEC matches here you got going on. There's no other good football going out there this week.
The SEC is where a lot of the ranked matchups
Yeah,
are. I mean,
that's true.
there was a couple games where I was like, oh, I could do this one or I could do this one,
Right.
but wanted to keep it
I get
slim
it.
here.
I get it. I was
Yeah.
just saying, this just goes to show you how good of football teams there are in the SEC. It's just,
Oh yeah.
it's great. It's crazy. Week in and week out, there's at least 2 to 3 ranked games that both teams are ranked and they're playing each other. It's just the way it goes. Yeah.
Exactly. Like the competition in the SEC is so heavy. Even like the Big Ten, all the spreads for the Big Ten teams, like Oregon or Ohio State or most of those games there, if they're ranked, they're favored by 10, 20 points.
Right.
So versus the SEC, they're now playing a lot of SEC matchups against one another. They're going to be close.
Right.
So.
Well, I'm going to go here with Alabama on the road. The Tide's going to roll. I'm going to pick them as my pick here for Alabama, South Carolina.
Yep, I agree. I think Ty Simpson will do well.
He's good.
He has a
I saw some mock drafts this last week too. That they have Ty Simpson as the second quarterback off the board, which is like wow. So yeah,
he has a crazy year.
Well, there's just no quarterback out there in college football that's like been like lights out. That's for sure going to be going to the draft.
I thought this was going to be a big quarterback year, was it not? That was the hype.
Well, there's a lot of quarterbacks there. It's just that no one's really been like, oh, that's a for sure number one guy. I haven't heard it. So, but heck, maybe even Pavia. I mean, he could run, he could pass, but you got to be. NFL's a different ball game than college.
Yeah, I mean, you could say the same thing about many other quarterbacks, and it works out, and some that don't work out. So you never know. Something that comes to mind is Mayfield, smaller quarterback that's mobile, run.
But obviously
leader.
He struggled though. Obviously his first couple of years. That's why he ended up going to 4 different teams before he found a home. Now he's lights out. Even though last week they came to reality a little bit. He lost a couple of his receivers, so back to reality for him a little bit last week, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yep. Well, Alabama tying this in here. Yeah, Ty Simpson, he has a 70% completion percentage this year, 18 touchdowns, and only still 1 interception. So he's been lights out. I'm picking Alabama on that one for sure. So next one is number 3, Texas A&M at number 20, LSU at Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Texas A&M is the favorite by 11.5 in this one.
If I was picking the spread, I think I would go with LSU with the spread. But I would definitely, I think I'm going to take Texas A&M. They've just been, really good this year. I mean, they're leading the SEC. I mean, they could have a stumble here, but I mean, LSU, they just can't put together a good team all around game. So I'm gonna go with Texas A&M.
Go with Texas A&M. I'm gonna go the other side here and go with LSU. I think it's gonna be a close game. I really like the spread in this one, but I think I'm gonna give the edge even on the money line to LSU in Death Valley there, and Nussmeier will get the win for LSU there.
Yeah, this could happen. That'd be a huge feather in their cap for sure.
Yeah, that would bring them up to playoff contention for sure. If they lose this, they're out, right? There's snow.
I don't know if they're. I mean, out of the playoffs
playoff contention. Yeah.
I don't know if they're out, but it would definitely dramatically hurt their chances. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That is our college football picks. Now on to NFL. We had both pretty good weeks here, both 11-4.
Yeah,
what were your takeaways here?
Well, when you look at the games, I mean, obviously we both started off the week with an egg.
I knew I should have won my gut. I knew.
We both did. We both said that. I mean, and I even said, this is going to be like the Thursday before game, and sure enough, it turned out to be the Thursday before game with the underdog. That was the Giants Eagles, I believe. Giants came out, won, and I said that last week. Heck, I think Cincinnati could actually win this game, and sure enough, they came out and they were guns a blazing, and the ball was just being thrown all over the field and lots of yards, lots of points. It
Yep.
was a good, exciting game for Thursday night.
It's a really
Lots of
fun
time these
game.
Thursday night games are complete duds.
Mhm.
So to have a exciting Thursday night game was nice.
Yeah, Flacco
So,
had
yeah.
3 touchdowns, 342 yards, 31 completions. Oh, yeah, Joe
Right.
Cool, the
Then you go
OG.
to the next game, the Rams Jags. The Rams totally dominated them, and I don't know. It always seems like at least one, if not both teams, when they go over to London or overseas, they just seem to be jet lagged or something. They just look terrible. Jaguars did not look good at all that game. New England, Tennessee. New England's dominated. New Orleans and the Bears. The Bears didn't look that great, but they're playing New Orleans, so that's what you get with that.
Yeah. How about them Brownies?
And then you got the Clownies. The Clownies came out and they won. I mean, even though Dylan Gabriel only had about 100 yards passing,
But
Judkins looks like a stud.
There you go.
He had 3 touchdowns. The
Yep.
defense got a couple picks. One they took in for pick 6, and the other one they took it down to about the 3 or 4 yard line. They punched it in. So obviously Miami is, if not the worst, one of the worst. They're top 5 worst teams in the NFL.
yeah.
So you can never get too high with that. And Dylan Gabriel still obviously is young. He's still got to keep working at it. And, I saw a thing today, even though that, like they said that Shador Sanders has gotten no first team reps, which it doesn't make any sense. I understand they want to get Dylan as many reps as he can, but if something happens to Gabriel, you're bringing in a guy that has not got one first team rep, which doesn't make any sense. I understand the development thing, but that sort of bothers me about that, listening to that today. Carolina Jets. Carolina Jets they're one of my top 5 worst teams. I think next week we should do maybe we should do a top 5 best and a top 5 worst next week and see how each one of us compares to your top 5 compared to mine and vice versa.
Yeah.
Eagles
got it over the Vikings there.
Yep. Eagles. Yeah, they look to they're starting to pass the ball much better now.
Yeah, AJ Brown actually had a game for himself finally,
and he is hurt. He's been on. They just put him on the injury report today.
Officially?
So yeah, he's on the injury report. He's questionable. He's not out, but he's questionable.
All right.
And then Kansas City just put a whooping on Oakland. I mean, first of all, Oakland is gone from here down to here, and Kansas City, they're like here. Kansas City's gone here. Oakland's gone here. It's just the tale of 2 teams, just totally separated. Yep. So, Kansas City, they got Rice back. They are cooking Rice. Let me tell you what. They look really good. And I hate to say this right now, but they are one of the top 5 teams again in the NFL.
For sure.
Even though they struggled mightily in the beginning of the season. They are I
knew that was going to happen. I wasn't concerned about the Chiefs for themselves there, but
and then the Denver Broncos Giants game.
Yeah,
that was a great
back.
Game, and they scored 34 points, was it, in the fourth quarter, I believe?
Yeah, it was a crazy comeback.
Was it 23-0 going into the fourth quarter, or 19-0, something like that? And then just craziness. And then Denver finally woke up and they pulled it out at the end and won the game. So yeah, that was a good quarter game.
Yeah,
but yeah, besides that, it was sort of a boring game. Indy Chargers.
Chargers just couldn't do it. Yeah,
Indy just keeps rolling. Taylor just is a touchdown machine. I mean, the problem is now, if you look at the odds for him to score a touchdown, it's crazy. His odds are almost minus 220, minus 240. That's crazy odds for a touchdown. So, yeah, Indy is really, really good right now. Green Bay over Arizona. Green Bay, Jacoby Brissett looks really good against, but they didn't have enough in the tank to beat Green Bay. But still, I was very surprised how lackluster the defense of the Packers sort of looked, even though Micah Parsons did have 3 sacks this game. I don't know. Green Bay, to me, I just think they should be up here, and they're still down a little bit. So I don't know. Maybe they got to get together yet, even though they did win.
We'll see.
They just find ways to win. They find ways to win. I don't know how they do it. It's like smoke and mirrors.
I should have known.
Yeah, you should have. You're right.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing how they just find ways to win. I mean, Kittle came back, didn't have 1 reception, not 1. First came back, doesn't have a reception, and they still win. But if you watch the game, McCaffrey was a much better runner this game, and I think it had to do a little bit with Kittle blocking. I think it opened things up a little bit, and if you watch that game, that was his best rushing game of the year for McCaffrey, and he's just an ultimate stud this year also. Everybody's writing him off, but he's been amazing. Yep. Detroit with a butt whooping over Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's got so many injuries right now. I mean, people were and so does Detroit for them. Their secondary is just, they've lost everybody in their secondary. They were pulling people off the streets to play this week, I think, for Detroit in their secondary, and they still found ways to win. That's another team that just finds a way to win. Every week, Detroit is going to win. They hang in there. And the last game, Seattle and the Texans. Seattle looked good. Not great. They look good. And Texans' offense is still not good. They just don't seem to have it. And so that's our wrap up this week. We're both 11-4. Not a bad week.
4. Not too bad. I'll take that.
Definitely.
Yeah. On to week 8. We have a ton of teams on buys this week. No international game. Only one Monday night game. So couple less games.
Yep. Buys are Detroit, Seattle, Oakland, Arizona, the Rams.
Not Oakland, Las Vegas.
Well, they'll always be Oakland to me. The Oakland Raiders and the Rams and the Jaguars. So that's, people are really scrambling right now, trying to make their fantasy lineups between injuries and buys. Lots of guys off. People are really, looking to try to find that replacement, especially this week. So I really anticipate lots of low-scoring fantasy games this week. I think the scoring will not be as high as normal weeks, just based upon the players that you're going to be putting in your lineups. So like I said, between the injuries and the buys, I think that's going to be a little different this week than other weeks. I bet you if you looked like last week's or the week before scores compared to this week's, you're going to see a difference.
Yeah, probably. All right. Well, first game of week 8 here, we have the Vikings at the Chargers at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. The Chargers are the favorite by 3.5 points.
Yes. Aaron Jones is back this week, so I don't know if they're going to – I don't see it as a 50-50 split between him and Mason, but I do probably see a 65-35. They'll probably ease Jones back in. I really like that tight end from the Chargers, Gadsden. He had an incredible week last week. I just think that the Chargers at home are going to pull this off on a short week, and I'm going to go with the Chargers.
Go with the Chargers. I'm going to go with the Chargers as well. I've been liking Herbert this season. Obviously, he's thrown for 1,913 yards, 13 touchdowns. He does have 6 interceptions, so he's had a bit of a hiccup, I think, the past couple of games here. But I'm still going to go with the Chargers.
But yeah, Wentz is definitely playing, by the way. He's definitely the starter
Wentz is still
this
playing.
week.
Yep. So I'm going with the Chargers with that. That being said,
yeah.
So next game is Miami at the Falcons. So that is at Mercedes-Benz Stadium down there in Atlanta, and the Falcons are the favorite by 7.5 there. So who you got?
Yeah. Well, Atlanta did not look good last week. I know Penix is a little banged up. He's got some kind of foot issue. Yeah, they did win, but no, they did not win last week. Wait, they lost. They lost to San Francisco.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just sometimes Atlanta loses their identity. Bijan is just amazing. They need to get that boy the ball as much as they can. He is really, really that good. And sometimes they seem to fade out on their passing game. So they need to get a little bit more, balanced with that. So even though they're struggling a little bit with that, their defense is really, really good. They have a really, really good defense. I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons, and Miami's they're terrible. They're terrible.
Yeah.
And I mean, Waller's out now, by the way. They can't seem to get Waddle the ball. They're just banged up. So I see a lot of A-Chain, and that's about all I see. So I'm going to go with Atlanta.
Yep, I agree. Penix was a little shooken up, but he is probable. But I'm still going Falcons as well. Next game is the Jets at the Bengals at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Flacco with an incredible game last week. Do you think he's gonna roll over the Jets here?
Yeah, the Jets are just terrible.
Yeah.
That they are going to start Tyrod Taylor, if that tells you anything. Tyrod Taylor is barely a serviceable quarterback. I mean, he's not good. The Bengals really should roll in this game. I mean, I know that, they have Sauce Gardner. They have a decent defense, Jets do, but the Bengals really and I know the Bengals defense is still terrible, but the Jets defense is worse than, the Bengals. So,
This is a lock. I mean, there's just no chance in my mind unless something insane happens. I mean, Flacco was lights out with Chase and T last week, especially Chase. So I think Bengals by 6.5 is an understatement. If they play well,
right,
for sure. Next game is the Bears at the Ravens at NT Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Baltimore is the favorite by 6.5 points here against Chicago.
Right. Well, as bad as the Baltimore Ravens have looked, I'm going to go with them at home. Jackson is coming back.
He is? I didn't think that was official. I didn't see anything of that.
He practiced today.
He practiced today, but only limited.
I have a feeling he will be back.
Yeah? Okay.
So, now if he's not back, I would go Bears.
Okay.
But if he is back...
I thought I saw Harbaugh wasn't for sure there.
Okay, I heard that he was leaning towards playing. So,
okay.
But, like I said, if he doesn't play, they don't have a chance. If he does play, they should win the game. So that's the difference. He is one person that could make or break their win or loss in this game. So I would go with the Ravens if he's playing and Bears if he's not.
All right. I'll put you down for the Ravens, though, all right? Okay. I'm going to go with the Bears because I was leaning towards he's not going to play. And honestly, even after, an injury coming back like that, the Bears have been okay. Caleb Williams has been okay this season. Swift did not practice today, but he's been really great. Hopefully he comes back in the game there. But Caleb's been doing okay. He has 1,351 yards this season, 9 touchdowns. So I think the Bears get the win on that. That's my pick.
Right. Well, let me tell you something real quick about this Wednesday thing. So the Wednesday report from teams, lots of it is they go from healthy to questionable. Lots of players do this on Wednesdays because lots of them don't practice, so they put them down as questionable, even though some of them will still play. But lots of them times they give Wednesdays a day off to keep recovering, do that kind of stuff like that. So even though sometimes it looks, not good, it most of the time it's going to be okay. So you'll see that in your fantasy things that you get, that'll happen. So yeah, just let everybody know that.
All right, next game is the Browns at the Patriots at Gillette Stadium down there in Foxborough. The Patriots are the favorite by 6.5 points.
Yeah. As much as I hate to do it, I'm going to have to go with the Patriots. I mean, until the Browns could start passing the ball downfield and making completions, they cannot win against middle of the road or better teams. It just won't happen. I mean, and their quarterback has to throw for close to 200 yards. You have to be a serviceable, good quarterback in order for this to happen. I mean, for instance, the Browns have only had one pass since Dylan Gabriel's been quarterback past 20 yards. One. That's all they've had, one pass. So if you're not stretching the field at all and you're throwing everything 10 yards or less, it's not going to be good. So that's why I'm going to go with the Patriots.
With the Patriots, I think this is going to be a real low scoring game in this one, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pick the Browns because of that, potentially that it's going to be low scoring, and that if they can keep it low scoring like that, I think the Browns could squeak it out with Junkins running. He has 467 rushing yards this season. Obviously, he had a huge week, 3 touchdowns last week. Really doing the direct snap to him lining up um, as basically the quarterback and just running out those 2 touchdowns right like that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Well, the one though, he
I
was
love
set up.
that.
He was set up with the pick, got him down to the 4, got him in.
Mm-hmm.
So the defense really helped. I mean, is the defense going to get 2 picks and one on the 4-yard line and pick 6 every week? I don't think that's going to happen. And against,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, middle of the road team,
Yeah,
it
but
could be a
defenses
struggle.
win games, so
They do,
they
and
they're gonna keep them in it. They're gonna keep them in it, I think. And if
okay.
it's
I hope you're
truly
right.
low scoring, so
Trust
I'm
me,
gonna
I
go with the
hope you're
Browns.
right.
Try,
Man, trust me, I hope you're right.
yeah. All right. We'll see with that. I don't know. But the next game is the Giants at the Eagles at Lincoln
Mm-hmm.
Financial Field in
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia. The Eagles are the favorite by 7.5 points there. What do you think? Revenge game for the Eagles?
Payback game, I think. They're not going to lose to them twice. I don't see it. They're at home now. I really see the Eagles coming out and showing who the team that really is the better team is, and I think that's going to be the Eagles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree for sure. The revenge game coming at home. They just played each other 2 weeks ago, so that's fresh on their minds there.
Yeah, yeah,
Giants are a good team, but the Eagles are the better team for sure, and I think they're gonna show why there. So, um, yeah, we'll have to see. You did say AJ Brown is questionable.
yeah. He got a little bumped up, but I think he'll play as a so like I said, Wednesdays are sort of you gotta just follow it. Come Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then you'll start to know if they're practicing or not, and if they're practicing Friday, more than likely they're gonna play Sunday. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
All right, pro advice there.
Mm-hmm.
We have next the 49ers at the Texans at NRG Stadium in Houston. Texans are the favorite by 1.5 points.
That is unbelievable to me. That is unbelievable because
Yeah,
once again, this is like a trap game. Then, as far as I'm concerned, the Texans have not looked good, but San Francisco has looked good. But they're
yeah.
doing the second string quarterback. They had a lot of banged up receivers.
But Kittle's back. Why
Yeah.
is the Texans? Am I missing something?
And by the way, Nico Collins has a concussion. I don't see him coming back and being ready to play this week. Stroud is he's so up and down, and was really down last game. Without Nico, I don't see them winning. They do have a good defense. I'll give them that. But I just think the 49ers are going to pull this out. Ricky Pearsall is questionable to play. He's leaning towards playing. So he might be back. Like you said, Kittle's back. I'm going to go with San Francisco.
Mm-hmm. On San Francisco as well. I was surprised at the spread here. I think San Francisco is the better team. They have the best running back in the league. I don't care who's the quarterback, and Mac is not a bad quarterback as well. So I'm going the 49ers in this one. I picked against them too many times this season, and every time it's just terrible. So I don't know why I do that to myself. So I'm not going to do it this week. Pick the 49ers.
So that means the Texans will win. Thank you.
Probably means the Texans will win. So you should probably change your pick. Yeah. All right. Next game is the Bills at the Panthers at Bank of America Stadium down there in Charlotte. The Bills are favorites 7.5 points.
A couple 3-4 weeks ago, you would have said Bills in a blowout, but Carolinas have been playing good ball, even though it looks like Andy Dalton will be their quarterback probably this week. The Bills are coming off the bye. The Carolina running back duo of Dowdell and Hubbard they're a legitimate duo that could really do some damage. Buffalo's defense has been shaky. I just think after the week break, Buffalo they got to put it back together and get back on the right road here. And I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
Mm-hmm. I'm going Buffalo
What
as
was the
well.
spread of that game
7.5.
for Buffalo?
Yeah.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
See, I think that's a little high.
Mm,
I like Buffalo to win. I don't know if they cover 7.5 though.
really? Yeah. Away? I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I am going to pick Buffalo. James Cook, 537 rushing yards this season. Josh Allen was in
Yeah.
397 passing yards with a 68% completion rate.
Yeah.
The Bills are still an amazing team.
Well,
It's hard for me to pick against them.
they got to get back to feeding Cook then, because the last couple games that they have lost, Cook has not been a factor. They got to get back to running the ball, doing some screens, and I just think Buffalo also needs that number one receiver. They need to make a trade before the trade deadline.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah. Speaking of which, deadline is November 4th.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that will be this. I think it's going to be an interesting year on trades. So we'll see what happens with that come November 4th, which is what is that, a
Thursday, I think.
Thursday? Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Next game here is the Buccaneers at the Saints at Caesars Superdome. The Buccaneers are the favorite, even though they're heavily injured. The Buccaneers are the favorite by 4.5 points.
Yeah. Well, Evans is out till middle of December at the minimum. Godwin's out already this week. Irving's out already this week. Baker got a little roughed up a little bit. He's going to play, but obviously he's got roughed up a little bit last week. They were on him. He was throwing a lot of high balls. Reminded me a little bit of old Baker a little bit there. His balls were sailing a little bit on him. So, I mean, obviously he was frazzled. He was upset. And once he gets a little bit out of his mojo, it affects him. So, but the Saints, once again, bottom feeder. It's a divisional game. I see Tampa Bay with the victory on this one.
I'm picking Tampa as well. Bucky Irving is out as well. But I think Rachaad White is going to have to step up. He does have 252 rushing yards this season so far, so he's going to have to step up on this one, fill in for the gaps and everything, and Baker will get the dub. So it's my pick. Next game is the Titans at the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Colts are heavy favorites by 14.5 points.
Yeah, it's one of the larger spreads of the year. I think the highest one we had was 15.5. Yeah, I mean, they're at home. Jones and Taylor are amazing. Their tight end Warren has been killing it. They got not a great defense, like very good defense. And Tennessee is just awful. There's no adjectives for Tennessee. They're terrible. So I'm going to go with the Colts with a steamroll. I'm going to take the Colts marching down the field on the horse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Colts have been insane this season. They haven't been this good since Peyton Manning. So
yeah, and they look good. And they are the number one seed right now. They're the number one seed. I would have never said that at the beginning of the year. Never.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, crazy. But what a duo with Daniel and Taylor. 1,790 passing yards for Daniel Jones and 697 rushing yards for Jonathan Taylor. So Colts are gonna roll for sure.
Yes.
So that's my pick. Yep. We got the Cowboys at Mile High against the Broncos. Denver is the favorite by 3.5 points.
Yeah. See, this game to me, you got one of the best defenses against one of the best offenses. Denver's defense, very, very good. But they did give up a lot of points last week. I mean, to the Giants, look at it. I mean, Dallas offense, top-notch offense. They got Williams. They got Lamb back. They got Pickens. Dax look great. But their defense is not good. I'm going with the upset here. I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys over Denver this week. Yep.
I like the pick. I've been liking the Cowboys. Like you said, the offense is really amazing. They've been on fire. But Denver coming back with that. They're at home now too.
They were home last week too.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they squeaked it out. So, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is one of the tougher games, but I'm gonna go Denver
Okay.
and a squeak out. But yeah, I'm gonna go Broncos there. So we'll see.
Right.
Next is the Packers at the Steelers now at Acrisure. The Packers are the favorite by 3.5 points.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, see, that doesn't make sense to me.
Mm.
I can see this as a pick'em game, even maybe Pittsburgh favored by a point. I can't see Green Bay favored by that on the road, but man, that's crazy to me. I mean, this is one of those games. It's Aaron Rodgers against Green Bay, his old team, and I don't know. It's gonna be a good game. I think the Steelers always seem to play well on Sunday Night Football at home, but I'm going to go with the Packers.
Still going with the Packers. Wow,
Yeah,
I thought
just
you were
because I
teeing it up for the
cannot
Steelers.
stand the Steelers because I picked them last week and they screwed me. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I'm going with Green Bay as well. The Steelers
Okay.
should have won last week, so now this is my revenge game. I'm picking the the Packers, even though they're away. Yeah, I'm picking the Packers too. So next is the Commanders at the Chiefs at Arrowhead. Chiefs are a heavy favorite at 12.5
Yeah.
points. Chiefs are back. This is the Monday night game.
Mm-hmm.
And Daniels is now playing.
Yeah,
So
he's done. And McLaren's probably out. Yeah, it's not pretty. I don't know if Debo's coming back. I have not heard about Debo yet. But needless to say, Mariota did not look good last week. Kansas City won on a shutout. Their defense is coming back. Rice is back. Mahomes has had a amazing season so far. They're at home. It's Kansas City in a steamroll, right?
yeah.
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 There's
Yeah.
a lot of lopsided games this week. There's a lot of games that have double-digit spreads.
Mm.
And like I said, Kansas City is now, to me, the top team in the National Football League. That's just
Yeah. Yeah. They're definitely top 5. No doubt about it. But so that is NFL Week 8.
mm-hmm.
Anything else you got?
No. Like I said, a lot of lopsided games, I think, this week. I think your best game might be the Dallas-Denver game. I think that's going to be a great game.
Yeah.
The Green Bay Steelers game, I think, also will be a very good game. And maybe the Buffalo-Carolina game. Like I said earlier in the year, you would never thought that. I think that's going to be a decent game, too. Those are my top 3 games this week. And don't forget, this weekend is the tight end U games. It's all about the tight ends this weekend. They have a tight end weekend kind of thing. So my tight end TD parlay, I'm going to give you 2, okay?
Oh, okay.
Yep. The first one, of course, will be Warren from the Colts because they're playing Tennessee. And the other game, I'm going to go with Goddard from the Eagles against the Giants. Those are my 2 TDs. Well, not they're going to score 2, but each one of them will score a touchdown.
Adunze is my anytime touchdown this week.
Really?
Yep. And last week mine was Njigba, which he did not get a touchdown. So
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he came back and he played, and so did Evans, and poor guy broke his collarbone. So yeah, he's not good. He looked like he was in a lot of pain. So
well,
all right.
That does it for this week of the Robinson replay. Like we said, we got basketball now that just started up, so gonna have to
Cavs lost.
The Cavs did lose. Ugh.
Cavs lost 119-111 to the Knicks. They did not look good tonight, but the Cavs had 2 starters out, Hunter and Garland. I'm not sure how long Garland's going to be out, but Hunter should be back soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we'll touch more on that next week, and of course, some more football as we're getting into it here.
Shout out Dan Briggs. Get ready to do some basketball.
All right.
All right.
Peace, everybody.
Later.